Welcome back. In this video, I'll be installing the Fitcamx front and rear dash cam into my 2025 Kia EV6 GT line all-wheel drive. Inside the box, we first have the long cable along with the rear cam. We have the trim removal kit along with the dongle that'll supply power to the cameras. We also have the SD card and micro SD card reader that has USB A and C connectability, as well as the replacement rearview mirror console that has the front dash camera assembly. There's also a small manual with basic instructions in several languages. I'll start by using the trim tool to remove the existing console. There are two camera power leads that come off of the main console. One's a little longer than the other. The longer cable is clearly marked for the rear camera. The power dongle will be attached to the connector on the left side as you face the front of the vehicle. The connector is easy to remove, but it is in a very tight spot. I utilized a screwdriver to make it just a little easier for me. The connectors will only attach in the proper position, so you don't have to worry about cross-connecting it. A sound of a click will ensure that you have it properly and securely connected. Because the rear camera is hardwired, the installation has to start from the back to the front. The 6 clips of the hatch panel are easily removed with the trim tool. Using a large zip tie, I fished the rear camera wire through the rear panel, down through the side hole through the rubber boot, and into the cavity of the roof liner. It was very easy to remove and replace the rubber boot, which made the process a lot easier. I also found that the boot on the passenger side had less wires in it, making it less restrictive. Before this process, I measured out exactly how much wire I needed to run from the back to the front without making it too short. I also didn't want it to be too long, because I want the bulk of the excess wire to stay in the trunk area. I removed the trunk molding so I could fish the wire through the roof liner to the other side of the vehicle. After running the wire, the molding was carefully snapped back into position. I decided where I wanted the rear camera to be placed, and then temporarily taped the camera into position for a test fit. After I was happy with the placement, I utilized some alcohol to clean off the area, dried it thoroughly, and secured the camera into position after removing the backing tape from the lens as well as the self-adhesive section. There's a sticker on the camera stating "this side up" so you can get the right orientation. Although on some videos they say that there's something in the app where you can actually switch the orientation, but I wouldn't count on it. Let's just get it right the first time. The excess wiring was then securely taped together. I used a small piece of tape to mark out the exact position where the wiring would be exiting the rear hatch panel. I used a strip of gray tape to securely attach the excess bundle of wiring to the rear hatch. This will ensure that there is no rattling during movement. The wire exit marking is transferred onto the rear hatch panel, and a small groove is created on the panel with a small drill bit to keep the wiring from being pinched. The hatch panel is then securely reattached. I return to the front of the vehicle to attach and run the rear camera wire. I remove a section of molding and loosen the front pillar post cover so that I can run the wire behind the airbag. This is an extremely important step to keep the wiring from interfering with the airbag deploying. The rear camera lead is then connected to the power source and the excess wiring is tucked up into the roof liner. The door molding is removed in small sections at a time to tuck in the wiring. Don't be intimidated by removing the door molding. It comes out easy and returns easy. The wiring is then pressed into the top crevice of the center pillar post. The same process of securing the wire used on the front door is used for the rear. The most difficult part of the entire job was getting the wire hidden under the rear courtesy window. I was able to get it securely placed in with my crevice tool, but you want to be very careful not to damage the wire by pressing too hard. With the installation complete, I downloaded and configured the app on my phone and then went for a test drive. I was very happy with the resolution. This is the 4K model. I do have the glare protection lens that I'll put on later. I would have preferred that the camera was a little higher, but with this console, there's no adjustment for that. I was also happy with the resolution for the rear camera. That was a little lower than I liked also, but that I can adjust and we'll do later. I won't order the polarized lens for the rear camera just yet. This is a cloudy day. I'll see how it operates during a more bright day. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your support. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press that like button.